Well, hello everyone, and welcome back to the Canal Sidings Model Railway channel for another update on my Notrh Grove TMD layout. Hopefully this won't be a very long video because the amount of progress, although significant, doesn't actually show as very much modelling. What I hope you can see from this is that I have now laid the other three tracks that run back from what so far have been just open-ended outputs from the two three-way points, from one of the three-way points and from the double slip, and we now have those tracks running back towards the two-road shed. The tracks are laid and ballasted and they're wired for operation, and I have also made the holes at the other end for the inspection pits to go in, and I have actually built the inspection pits, although I've still got to put the lighting units on. I have two of the lighting units here. I'll just pick one of them up, which is this. As you can see, it's got resistors and links on one side, and on the other side it actually has the LEDs for the lighting. And I've made two of those mirror images of one another for one pit, and I've prepared the strip board but haven't actually put any components on for the other two for the other pit. So I'll just take you down the other end of the layout so you can have a look in a different direction and actually see the pits, and then just quickly I'll lift the shed off and show you the holes for the pits and where I am with the pits themselves. So be back soon. So there you can actually see into the shed, I hope, in the gloom. No lighting yet, and you can see the pits. This is a view that you won't be able to get because I intend to fill these two ends in, not with doors like they were before, but with brick panels, so that this actually is the end of the shed and there's no visibility into it. But if I take the shed off, you can actually see a little more of what's going on inside. And as you can see, I have actually painted the pits ready for the next stage. If I just take this one off, you can see that I've actually this time thought about how I was going to do things, and I've not painted these edges the way I did on the other one, so that I've got a good plastic surface to make the bonds to with my solvent for putting in the hard standing that's going to go here, and that will look exactly the same as it does in the other shed. It'll just be concrete hard standing, and you can also see that down here I've got the rectangles for the pit lights on both sides, and they will be lit through these holes here by the LEDs on those electrical, the lighting units that I showed you earlier. So that is as far as I've got since the last time. It's taken quite a while to put the pits together because there's a lot of work involved in doing that. It also took quite a while to cut out the holes with the pad saw, because once again I hit all sorts of snags under the board with cross members, etc. But I've got there. I did fit a sound unit into each of these two locomotives, this one the class 37 and this one the class 56, and I'll just give you a quick indication of that sound if I can find out where the buttons are. I need to get some power on, which I'd forgotten to do. Beg your pardon, that was very silly of me not to do it, but that goes there. You've now got DCC power. What we now need is to plug in something that I can control it all with, which I think this will do. I'll better plug it in over here, otherwise I'm going to take the camera with me. Okay, so The first one is the one out on the left as you're looking, which is 37408, which is the which I just found and lost again. Okay, so we'll start the engine on that. Wrong way. Of course, I've forgotten. I've just disconnected that, so we won't attempt to run over that again. That was very silly. But there you go. That's the engine. That's the sound on that one. I'm not happy with it. It's purely done with a sugar cube speaker fixed to the bulkhead just behind here, facing that way towards the back. A little bit of sound coming out of the top, a little bit of sound coming out of there, but I want to get a bit more oomph to it, which I haven't managed to get yet. So we'll stop that one. The other one that I've done is that 56 over there, which I can recall it. I haven't got it in here, so I have to enter it. Select loco, what do I want? 56037, enter. I've got that right. We should be able to turn its lights on. Try getting the lights to come on. Yep, there are the lights, and we should be able to start the engine. I think I haven't got this one quite loud enough yet, but adjusting the volume is quite difficult until you've got lots of locos available. And both of those locos actually have Zimo decoders in, which I already had, and I've had them, well, I had that one reblown from a steam loco to a class 56, and this one I had in another class 37, which I no longer want sound, because I'm not using sound on Inglethwaite anymore, so I've transplanted it from that 37 into this one. Unfortunately, that has got a 646 sound decoder in it, which is the small one, which only has down to 8 ohm speakers. I could put a 4 ohm in that one because it's a standard 645. But that is really all I've been doing, and as far as I've got since the last video. So the next job is to finish off the pits, get all the lighting sorted out, get the pits fully installed, and get them fully wired for DCC, and then we can start thinking about building the concrete hard standing, and once the hard standing is done, then we can put the shed on it and start doing the lighting in the shed. So they are really the next tasks on Notrh Grove. Hopefully we'll be able to see some of that in the next video. So short and sweet this video. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you soon, I hope. Bye.